Not too long ago, I filmed a video about the things I liked about the Samsung S25 Ultra, but not everything is as good as it seems, and that's why I ended up keeping my iPhone. Even though I said that fingerprint sensor is super nice, and yeah, it still is, I just like Face ID more. It's not like it's clearly better in any way or that fingerprint sensor is bad. No, not really. But opening banking apps, confirming payments, secure access into apps, and so on, I just prefer to use secure face scanning. Face ID is extremely secure, and during regular usage, face scanning just feels more fluid than having to tap a fingerprint. Second thing for me is battery. I can't say that S25 Ultra's battery is bad, but on my iPhone 16 Pro Max it constantly lived for an hour or two longer with my personal daily usage. And that's pretty long. And if we're talking about everything, then using gestures just wasn't as worry-free as on my iPhone. I can't remember a single instance when iPhone didn't register the gesture exactly as it should have. With the Samsung, I had a few across every day. When I wanted to quickly switch apps or something, I missed just slightly and instead of the gesture, clicked something I didn't mean to. Call it a skill issue, but that doesn't change the fact that it didn't happen to me on an iPhone. And then there's this silly thing called action button. I really use that button a lot. Yes, thankfully Pitaka came to save the situation and even improved it thanks to their S25 Ultra pinbuttoncase, but that's an extra accessory. For example, I had my mute button on one, frequently used app on the second, and music on the third. Easily set up and done. However, what did I need? An extra accessory. The same goes for Macsafe. They didn't include magnets inside the phone, so you have to use extra accessory for that one too. If you already own the S25 Ultra and are searching for a really functional case, this one is great. You can find it in the description, and now let's continue. As you could have already spotted, I'm slowly getting into more minor details that slightly annoy me, but it's a €1,000+ phone, and I want it to work exactly as I was expecting. And something I can't really change or switch are volume buttons. I'm a long-time Apple user, and in my opinion, the volume buttons on opposite side of power make sense. Maybe it's not because of the volume itself, but if I want to make a screenshot, there's this annoying gymnastics happening. And another annoying thing to me is the content scaling. The S25 Ultra's screen is ever so slightly bigger than 16 Pro Max's, so I'd guess I could actually see more. That's not really true, because even on the lowest scaling setting, everything is slightly larger, and I really hate that. You can adjust the scaling using developer settings, but that also scales widgets, application UI, and other stuff I don't really want to scale. I just wanted smaller text and more content on a large display. And the last thing that's really petty, but to me very important, are Gmail accounts. I use a lot of them for both personal and work use, and on Android overall I need to download extra email apps to get around signing the Gmail accounts directly as another account in the phone, which makes it harder to use. The fact I couldn't use my AirTags, control HomeKit devices, or even see the charge of my AirPods, I'm not even counting those, because those are things that are out of my or even the phone's control. Unfortunately, there are still things that didn't quite convince me to fully switch. But if there are things that convinced you to fully switch from iPhone to Android, just drop them down in the comments, and if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. You should also check out this one, and I'll see you again next Friday. Bye!